Hi, my name is Dr. Tim Clare, and I'm the chiropractor here at ProHealth and Wellness. I brought the K-Laser into the practice because we were looking for ways to help patients with improved healing times, with treatment times, that we can help with edema and swelling and other issues that are related to chronic injury or even acute injury. And what we were asking patients to do for us is, after they've experienced some of the changes that they've had with the K-Laser, to give us some nice testimonials, and we've been getting great ones. But it really started with me. When we first got the K-Laser, I was practicing, working on it, and being certified on it. And at home, I was doing some work with it before I brought it into the practice. When I was outside earlier in the day, and I was working up underneath a camper, and came up wrong and cracked my head open right at the top of the skull on a piece of metal off the side of it. Knew it got pretty deep immediately because I felt the blood kind of rushing down on the side of the head, and said it was a bleeder, and it was pretty good. An hour after the injury happened, I was still kind of debating, can I treat this myself? Can we do something? And I knew it really needed to get looked at with further medical care. So I went to an urgent care, and they proceeded to take a look at me. And the first thing the PA said to me when she walked in was, "Oh, gotta go get the staples." So 6 staples later, I leave, and of course now I've got a nice welt on the top of my head from the swelling and the inflammation that created from it, and now I've got 6 beautiful staples on the top of my head and a semi-concussion, so I cracked it open pretty well. Well, that evening, when I was thinking about my head and everything else that had happened, I was kind of going back to some of the studies I had done on the laser, and one of the things that it talks about is improved healing time, helping with collagen fibers to go into the area, also helping reduce the inflammation. I said, well, why not? Let's see if we can use a little bit of that on the head and see what we can do for treatment. So I started using the laser that night. It was about a 4-minute session, and I did the next day a couple times for the next 2 or 3 days, and within a day the swelling was down off the top of the head. I was surprised, and I said, okay, let's do my own little research study on myself. So let's go a little further and find out, what exactly is this going to do for me? I didn't use any Neosporin on the head. I didn't do any type of cleansing. I didn't do hydroperoxide. I didn't do anything with it. I had my 6 staples stapled into my head with my hair still in there. They didn't shave it or anything. And I said, I'll just keep doing it. So I was doing it twice a day for the next 4 days, and then for the last 2 days I did it once a day. And I was going in on the 7th day so they could take a look at the staples and see how they ended up. Well, I went in first thing in the morning. I was the first patient to be seen, and the PA, a different PA, walks in, and she said, "Ooh, head wound." And she kind of gave me they're not always great looking. Head wounds sometimes don't heal as great as we'd like them to. Let's take a look. And she took a look at my head, and she goes, "Wow, this is one of the best looking head wounds I've seen in a long time. I don't know what you've been doing, but keep it up." And I didn't say a word about what I'd been doing, that I've been treating it with the laser, and that the laser has a antimicrobial, antibacterial effect, so it can help with if there's infection. I didn't do anything extra to it other than working with the laser. And on this 8th day, the scab comes off. And this, mind you, again, had 6 staples in the top of my head. So it definitely showed me there was improvement based off of soft tissue healing and healing time that I'd never experienced in any of the other cuts, wounds, and which I've had plenty in my life. So I was very pleased with that, and I became, I think, actually the first testimony from my office regarding the K-Laser. Since then, we've had great changes and great treatment with it, and it has made some significant changes in our patients' lives. Thank you.